So for my lesson plan, I decided to do the butterfly life cycle. And so my second graders are studying butterflies right now in different life cycles. And so I thought I would actually create a web quest for them to complete while we're doing the unit. And it was a 3-week web quest. And during that time, students had to learn about the butterfly life cycle, and they had to research, and they had to work with a group to create a PowerPoint slide. And they had to be creative. They had to, like I said, work with a group. They had to be collaborative with a group, and they had to create a PowerPoint slide, which they would later present to the class. They had to use Chromebooks, and they had to make sure that they were using technology in a responsible way. So they can, a little bit about the web quest. So it starts with telling them they're going to be a scientist and learn more about butterflies. And I've actually included the text in read aloud with my voice over it, so that if they have trouble with a word, they are able to hear it. It starts off with 2 videos to kind of engage them. The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is just a fun thing for them to watch, and then a video on how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Then they actually go to the task. They are going to be split, or they were split into 4 groups, and this just gives a little information about what they're going to be doing. They're going to research and work with their group. They're going to create a PowerPoint slide, and then they're going to actually share it with the class. And again, I have linked the audio so that they can hear the directions. Then with their team, they're going to research, and I have 4 teams, one for each stage of the life cycle: the egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and butterfly. And then what they had to do was go day by day and look at the different resources that I had created or come up with for them. So one of the resources was actually an Adobe Spark presentation that I created about butterflies. And in this Adobe Spark presentation, they had to watch the video. Today we're going to talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. A butterfly. And this Adobe Spark went through the 4 stages of the butterfly life cycle and gave them just a little bit more information about it. And then day 2, they had to go on this website, the butterfly site, and they had to learn more about it, and they had to jot down information about their stage of the life cycle. And then, of course, they could read more about the other stages. Day 3, they used the National Geographic website, and they learned more about their stage and about other parts of the life cycle. Day 4, they actually worked on an Edpuzzle that I created, and it started off with a video, and throughout the video, they actually had different quizzes they had where they had to answer it, the multiple choice questions. So they had to listen to the video and do that. And that was through Edpuzzle. Then day 5, they went to the Life Cycle of Butterfly website and learned more. Day 6 was another video for them to watch on YouTube about the butterfly life cycle. And I tried to pick videos that would be interesting to second graders, just because too much information can be kind of boring for them. I also included a game for them to play. I was trying to make sure to reach all learning styles, so not just doing websites and videos. I wanted to also find things that would reach all of my students. This is another website. I wanted websites that had pictures so that they could really see what they were looking at with the butterfly. Again, another butterfly site. Oh, I think I just showed you that one actually. The life cycle there is actually a song. And so this just was going to keep them, more engaged and just something different. And then at the end, they had another game that they played about the life cycle of a butterfly. and it went through the life cycle, and they could play and move objects around and all. Now that they have completed their research, they actually, the rubric was embedded into the WebQuest, and this is so that they would know exactly what they would be graded on: group work, research, presentation, following directions, and then spelling and grammar. So there was no question on what they were going to be graded on and how many points it was worth. After they finished all of that, they created PowerPoint slides, and then they had to present. And then at the end, they actually had to fill out a survey. Hold on one second. Let me get it pulled up. Sorry about that. Because I'm logged in under my Google, it won't let me log in under my teacher. So they had to answer their first and last name, who their team members were, did they participate, did you enjoy working in a group, what would you change, if anything, did you learn anything, did anything go wrong, if you answered yes, what happened, did you enjoy completing it, and would you like to do more web quests in the future. So this just gave me a little bit more information on how they felt about the web quest, because this is actually the first one that we have ever done in the class. We used Chromebooks, which my students know how to use Chromebooks. We use them daily in my classroom. Like I said, I used a variety of different websites and videos that my students could use just to keep them engaged. And I actually let them choose their groups so that they were actually willing to work with their partners, and it wouldn't be a problem with who they were working with. It took less than 3 weeks, but that's because my students are pretty much pros at using the computers, and so I think that next time I would add more resources for them to look at, or take it down to less days. They could have completed it in 5 days rather than 10 days, and so I had some of them that got through it a whole lot faster. But then those students were able to go back, and with their PowerPoints, they were able to add audio and videos and pictures. And, I was able to go into PowerPoint a little bit deeper than they've used before. They didn't have any difficulties with the web quest. I feel like I created a pretty simple, easy web quest for them to use. But like I said, using technology is not new to them. So others that do this will need to make sure that their students really know how to research, how to write down facts, not plagiarize. This is something that we've gone over, and we've done many research projects within my classroom. And then, of course, you have to make sure you have high-speed internet. We didn't have any issues with that. Our school has Wi-Fi, and it's high speed. Each student had a Chromebook, which was nice. No difficulties happened with the technology aspect of it. But if it did, we do have 2 computer labs that I could have gone to and used it. Next time with this class, because they are advanced and because we are at a technology magnet, I think that I will have the students create an entire PowerPoint with all 4 stages rather than just one slide, or have them actually choose how they want to present rather than doing a PowerPoint. Maybe next time use a Flipgrid or some other type of presentation tool, and so that it gives them a little bit more creativity for that. But overall, it went really well, and I actually hope to publish my web quest so that others can use it in the future.